From the police state to tectonic plates, Dutch Sense and Tattoo take the temperature of tyranny on Freedom Frequency 1871, coming to you live now.
This is America. We have a founding fathers that wrote a constitution that we haven't lived by in 142 years.
Were they serious when they said they planned on owning the weather by 2025?
And if you're not pissed off, there's something wrong with you right now.
Have you guys seen what's going on outside your door lately? Need I remind you?
This is America. Are y'all going to allow it to be Russia?
How about HAARP is closed? How about that one? How about the people calling in, my callers, my viewers? Oh, HAARP is closed. Shut the F up. The experiment schedule's posted on my website, DutchSense.com. Go look at the 2013 and 2014 experiment schedules done by the U.S. Air Force, not DARPA or private contractors, you freaking morons. By the U.S. Air Force, controlling fire at a ground level, causing lightning at a ground level. Oh, you wouldn't know that. You don't know how to do research. We are the researchers. We're presenting the news to you, remember? You're coming to us for the silver platter, remember? Now, there's some viewers that are dedicated. They're hardcore viewers. They're good people. They do hardcore research. They hardly ever comment. They hardly ever say anything. They're good people. We really value your information, the time you put in. I'm talking to everybody else. You know, the general morons who are below every video that are listening all the time and never say anything and just want to share disinfo. You know, the thousands and thousands of people. I'm not talking to the 1 in 100 that's cool. I'm talking to the rest of you. Now, why am I talking like this? Why is it such an outrage? Because this is like the 10th time, guys. How many times is too many times? How many times are you going to let it go? How many times are you going to make us stand up and do your job? I don't know. I think you're going to let us keep doing it till we run away. And then you'll let somebody else come up. And you'll let them do it for you until they run away or get ran off. That's the other thing. Where the hell are you guys sticking up for us? Really? Oh, I don't want to cause any problems. Don't want to rock the boat. Meanwhile, we're getting our asses handed to us, torn apart, stalked, addresses posted. No one. Silence from the community. You guys don't care. You don't even pay attention. You don't want to hear about it, remember? Oh, Dutch, we don't want to hear about this. Get back to posting on radar rings. Wait, if I was posting on radar rings, they harassed me off the internet, remember? Okay, so weather modification, snow in the south. It's snow. Best case scenario, jet fuel. Worst case scenario, weather modification done via silver iodide or sulfur dioxide for solar radiation management, or a combination of the three. Plastic nanoparticles, kiss my ass. Tat, you want to add anything?
And maybe a little of aluminum, which ain't good for you. But I'm not getting out here screaming about, oh, it's going to kill me. It's not good for you. But I'm not saying it that it's going to kill you. Are you scared yet?
This is where it blurs, the lines get blurred. Is when you try to correct certain aspects of it, you know, and then they think that you don't believe in any of it.
Right.
Fear porn news. More M-class flares breaking from the sun gonna cause disruption of your pacemaker. Stay tuned, Dabu 7. China, U.S. sending currency
I
over.
can't believe
New
you
World
just
order.
said that.
I know.
I'm serious. Fear porn news.
Don't do that again. You're going to make me choke to death.
Shall be scared. Seriously, why don't we do that? Let's do a fear porn news. Let's go do it. It'll take off like hotcakes. Everybody will love it. Man, guys, I'm serious. YouTube has been 3 years of steady harassment and BS, and we are pretty much, I am to the point where I'm not going to accept it anymore. I'm not going to stand up.
He's doing the same thing that Obama does. He stands up. We're fixing to go to war with Iran, and he's doing a war speech. If he can get Congress to go, and he says the oldest constitutional democracy. The biggest lie in history. And he's not in prison for it. He should be impeached. He should have got impeached immediately, and someone should have called him on it. But not one TV reporter had the balls to say anything. There wasn't one YouTuber that had the balls but me that said that. I'm the only one. The only one that said it. And it got 400 or 500 views. Really?
Yeah. And the censorship is still occurring, guys. We've been talking about it for a month and a half now. Every time we try to share our show, every time we try to get any news out lately, nothing. And how do you explain Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and blog all across the same forums? There is no explanation. The only explanation is censorship. We are at a point on YouTube and in the information sharing community overall where we got some big choices to make as to what we're going to have to do, guys. Are you going to continue to do infotainment news? Are you? The InfoWars contest. I mean, let's just go right to the top. Alex Jones, all them. I did a documentary. We got Julio infiltrated the Council on Foreign Effin' Relations. Asked about weather modification and cloud seeding. On the conference call, we infiltrated the CF-fucking-R. Didn't even get noticed by the community. Where are you guys? You don't exist. There is no community. There's a group of people, small group, who actually cares. The rest are looking for that silver platter. Now, guys, we're coming up. We've got a couple callers on the line already. We got Greg and Phil on the line, and we're getting ready to come up to break, I think, in a few. I don't know how much time we've got. Let's see here. We got 1 minute till break. Let me go ahead and give the number out to you guys. 567-314-9296. And again, that's 567-314-9296. Now, guys, I am sorry for dropping some swear words. I get like a sailor sometimes when I get hot. That's just the way I roll. You're listening to FPRN Radio, which allows us to do that. I appreciate that. You won't be hearing that all the time from me. Normally it is much love. And it is much love tonight, but it's much tough love. I'm serious about this, guys. I'm tired of dealing with the dabus, the fake outs, the freak jobs. Aren't you? Tat, are you?
I hope so.
All right, we got music, and Chrissy, I think, is still on the line. We will be back shortly. Welcome back to Freedom Frequency 1871. This is your host, Dutch Sense. And I've got two very special, very dear people to me on the phone still, or on the line, and that would be Tattooed and Chrissy. You guys still there?
I'm still here.
Yep.
Okay, good. Okay, now, for the last hour now, it's been nothing but a tirade from Dutch Sense about Disinfo and the amount of crap we've had to deal with over the last hour. So, guys, let's get into the next call. Let's get into the first call, I should say. We've got, it looks like, Phil on the phone. Phil, you there?
Well, hello.
Hello. Hi, how you doing?
Not too bad. How are you?
Oh, I'm really good. I appreciate you calling in and listening to me complain for the last hour about everything from weather modification to YouTube censorship. It was a real mouthful. I had to get it out. But now I'm hoping callers can shed their own perspectives. What you got going on?
Well, Dutch, I've followed your videos for the last couple of years, and I can say this honestly. Everything that you've ever said has been truth. And when it comes to weather modification, I'm sorry, but you tell the truth. And when it comes to my opinion on the people you're talking about, you're correct. They're in it for money. They're not in it for truth.
Yeah. I understand. I mean, I get it.
Okay.
I'm not, $150 a video. I mean, oh, God. If I would have known all those years ago when I'm making videos every day, I would have turned my AdSense on. But that may have influenced me. That may have changed me. Maybe Dabu used to be cool. Who knows? But the money, man. You know how it goes.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know personally. It's just like logic before authority. I liked the guy a lot. And then I saw stuff that I didn't like, and I had to walk. I had to go the other way.
Hey, Bill, how you doing,
I
buddy?
even got up on video. Good. I even got up on video and defended the man just to see what I saw that totally disappointed me. So, and I have to stand by truth, and that's exactly where I'll stay. And how you doing, Tad?
I'm doing good, man. Nice to hear you.
Yeah, it's been a while, but I've been listening to your show here. But I work nights, and I'm up all night long in bed all day long, and Friday's my day off, so I don't want to sleep it away. So even though I've been up since yesterday, I've been up all day. But I had to make it to the show tonight, and I sat and listened to the show tonight, and I just wanted Dutch to know that, hey, I stand behind Dutch and Tat because they're not up here they're not up here spilling BS. Now, my personal opinion about Dabu, I did see a Greenway TV, Christopher Green, and Dabu aired on Christopher Greenway TV. And I think about CNN, ABC, CBS. Okay, we all know mainstream media, the lies. And I look at alternative media. A lot of them has been thought out by the other side. So it's sort of like the right and left. Which lie do you want? And then there's the truth. And if you're after the truth, it's harder and harder to find. But when it comes to listening to Dutch or Tattoo, I know that you're listening to people that really care from their heart.
I appreciate it. I can give everybody a great example on what Tat and I do. I'm not going off on anybody for being wrong, first of all, just so everybody knows. In case they're just, let's just say by coincidence that both 2010, The Countdown, and Dabu both just accidentally happen to go outside at the same time, make a snowball, and burn it with their big lighter. Let's just say that would actually happen, that it was just a coincidence. And they made a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. We've made mistakes, multiple mistakes, and we've had to correct ourselves. Come out with a video or a post correcting ourselves on everything from Sandy Hook and Twitter to weather modification and earthquakes. False earthquakes, wrong magnitudes. The Sandy Hook tweets, that you can backdate a tweet, and we had to come back and correct ourselves and eat a bunch of, manure after trying to correct ourselves and show people the truth. That's when we caught hell. We didn't catch hell for putting it out. We caught hell for correcting ourselves.
Well,
That's exactly right.
What?
I think
Caught
it's
more
because
hell for that.
it's because it messes with the paradigm of sometimes it's easier to believe the.
I've made mistakes, but
What, Phil?
I said I've made mistakes myself. We're all human beings,
Yeah.
and it don't matter who we are. And we're all human beings. We're gonna make mistakes along the way. But it's what comes from your heart when you're seeking the truth that counts, and being adult enough that when you make a mistake to own up to your mistake and not hide behind it.
That's right. And that kind of leads into, you mentioned Idaho Picker, and I have no problem with mentioning him or anybody else. For those of you who don't know, Idaho Picker is somebody who Tat and I supported for years. He covered Bayou Corn and several important issues. And this is a case of where money and not taking care of or not correcting yourself led into a bad situation online between dozens of people. And it could all be averted if, one, the love of money is shunned, and two, the promotion of truth and owning your own mistakes comes forefront for you. And so that's what we've been doing. And people don't want that. They want the fear porn. They do. There should be a fear porn channel. Somebody go create one. Do it. Fear porn news. Do it. You'll make a buttload of money. But you'll have to sleep at night knowing that you're scaring somebody on the West Coast. I'm sure there's some trolls going and doing it right now. If you're not, you should. Turn on AdSense. Go cash in. George for Title 2. Dutch for Title. Maybe I should do it. And I'm sorry, guys. I get hot when I start talking about it because it's such a prevalent problem. It's such a problem that it really drives me crazy sometimes. And Tat.
It's sad that, you know, for people like myself or people like you, I'm not here for money. Okay? And I know that you're not here for money. Yeah, we all need money to live, but, you know, if people just open their eyes and paid attention, they'd realize the United States currency's been falling in value for a long time. And one day they'll probably crash the dollar. Okay, and I won't put no date, time, or year on that. I just tell people, open your eyes and pay attention, okay?
Yep.
But, you know, money is the root of all evil. And if you do it from your heart because you care about everybody generally, which is what I do, and that's why I kept giving Logic Authority chances, because I talked to him personally on the phone many times, and I got to know him that way, and I trusted him. And then when I seen what I seen, you know, it was a big letdown for me. But I have to stand with truth, you know. I've had my issues even with Monograph. But I don't know Monograph personally, and I'm not going to fault the guy because he's done a lot of good work. Mm-hmm. Okay? You know, but I know with Dutch, I've watched you for a long time. You know, I even got the looks of death. I was the GM at a motel where I got fired for making videos on my own time at home. Okay, that had nothing to do with the job. But I'd mentioned your name one time when it came to weather, that this is the person I would listen to, and if looks could kill, I'd been dead. So she definitely knew who I was talking about.
I appreciate that. That is, you know, and this is why sharing too, guys, is that, you know, there can be consequences for sharing and putting out your own videos and your own information. You know, you wouldn't believe the attacks that happen and the things that really occur behind the scenes that are just crazy. And now you mentioned Monograph. Monograph is somebody who he's put out just information that I feel should have gone to the very top of mainstream media. Let's just use one example. Back when the Benghazi attack happened, you guys remember this, okay? Hillary Clinton, Benghazi. They tried to blame the whole situation first on YouTube. You remember this? And they tried to blame a YouTube video called Innocence of Muhammad or Innocence of Muslims or something like that for the cause of these riots, which then led to the embassy being destroyed. And there was no embassy, it turns out, a bunch of other stuff that Monty and the team had found out. And because Monty made the video, I personally believe this. I can't prove it, but because Monty showed that Stanley Incorporated, a U.S. government contractor, was the one that actually put out the Innocence of Muslims video across their channels and put it out to the world, causing the frenzy, that Stanley Incorporated, a U.S. government contractor that handles information media, well, that was something that I wish there were more researchers out there doing the hard work and taking the fall.
And not only that, I found it on one of the programs that allow you to buy views for it. They bought over 1 million views for that video. That's why I had 1 million views overnight.
That's right. It didn't go viral on its own. They bought those 1 million views. Mainstream media picked it up. It was all staged to try and frame YouTube for causing a Mideast riot. And they've tried to do this YouTube frame now multiple times. Aaron Alexis, the DC Naval Yard shooter, they tried to frame as a HAARP nut with the VLF weapon and the microwaves in his head and just some craziness. So, Bill, I appreciate it. I really appreciate your support. And when it comes to trusting the other channels like Idaho Picker or any one of them, always extend the hand of friendship and try to get to the truth. That's my best advice when dealing with people who are you feel may be leading you down a path. Always try to be the kinder person and show that much love.